Hey, how you?
There you go.
Appreciate it. Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. As you can see, this is going to be a very exciting video because we have just ordered an Edelbrock for the Chevy 454. The Quadra junked out on me, and I got tired of fooling with it. It never ran right since the guys who worked on it several years ago worked on it. And now recently, it's decided to completely quit working. So now, we're going to stick an Edelbrock on there. So I wish I had like 500 hands to show you this, but whenever you floor or open the throttle plate all the way, the secondaries do not fully open unless the choke is off. That is very interesting. I actually really like that because you can't just beat on the engine until it's fully warmed up. That's a really good thinking there. There's a lot of things I like about this carburetor already. So we're gonna pull off the cover that I've had on here for a long time. We're gonna set the gasket. See, the big ones are in the back. That's pretty obvious because you can see the intake. Right there. Oh, that's nice and shiny. I like that. All right, now for the actual gasket. You know what I forgot to put on there? I forgot to put this gasket on to the manifold. I think this is a heat gasket to prevent the carburetor from getting too hot. So that's kind of important. I probably need to do that. So now we're gonna install these studs that came with the adapter plate. So since this kind of stuff always seems to happen whenever I work on things, after I put it in my hand, I dropped it and it fell in here somewhere. I've put my hand all up in the bumper. I cannot see it. I even looked under there. Did not work. I've looked everywhere. I looked on the ground. I've used a magnet. This is my luck. At least the carburetor fits. Alright, so this is obviously temporary. This is where the fuel line would have gone if the Quadrajet was on here. And the fuel inlet for the Edelbrock is all the way back here. So I had to run a fuel line. I don't have the choke hooked up yet, but you don't need it when it's cold. I got the fuel, the accelerator. I'm so tired I can't even think. I got this line connected. It's a vacuum line. Got the PVC. I think it is ready to run. I'm gonna get all this junk off this, and then we're gonna try to start it if the battery has enough charge. So here we go. Yep, we're gonna have to get a jump starter. So it's just bad news after bad news after bad news. But there was one good news. I managed to get the engine to turn over. So I turned it over, and yeah, you can see that there is no fuel in the fuel filter. The fuel pump does not appear to be working. Alright, so I managed to get the fuel and the carburetor primed. So this thing should run at least for a solid 5 seconds, I would say. It runs. Ah, that's hot. That hood was boiling hot. The reason I'm using this mainly is so if this truck somehow manages to fry the electronics on one of these cars, it'll ruin this car and we can just get another one. You can't get another one of these cars. All right, so we have it primed again. Hopefully this time it will start and stay running. There's that stupid wasp again. I don't understand why it's backfiring. So this screw is about 2.5 turns out. This one was 3 turns out. So I set them both to 1.5 turns. We're gonna prime this again. We'll see if it runs. That was better. It wasn't backfiring as much, I can tell you that. That's the best it's ever run in a couple months. We just need to get that fuel pump working again. All right, so I have the fuel line off of here. We're gonna see if the fuel pump is really pumping anything. I'll have someone start it while I stand here and watch. All right, go ahead and turn it. All right, good. All right, so we saw it. That's proof. Fuel pump is definitely out. If these stupid wasps don't get away from here, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We have a hose going down to this gas tank directly to the fuel pump, and we're gonna see if the fuel pump will pump anything. Oh, I saw something. I see it filling up. Well, we're running. See if we can get this accelerator pedal to stay. So I had to cut it off because we have a punctured fuel line right here. You know, let me just move that clamp over it and maybe it'll stop the leak. All right, that's great. We'll just keep it there in case it starts leaking again. This is awesome, y'all. Whoa. That throttle response is awesome. Whoa. It's got a neat sound to it. Fuel filter's dry. That might just mean that tank is getting empty. We did confirm that the fuel pump is working, and man, the thing runs pretty good. We got to tune it a little bit though. There's still a few kinks we got to get out of it. It runs, fuel pump still works. It means the tank is empty probably. Wow, it drained that entire tank. That is crazy. I didn't know it was that much of a gas guzzler. That was an entire gallon that we just wasted there. It was almost completely full. This thing really is a gas haul, and it's probably not the best time of year to be driving it, but hey, at least it's running again. What'd the operating temperature get to? Hey, it got above 160 for the first time and who knows when. So I'm very happy that this thing can run again. It can probably be driven on the road again, but we got to get that choke hooked up, and then we need to see what's going on with the fuel tank and all that. We need to hook up the rest of the lines that aren't hooked up, and then this thing will be ready. Oh, and we also need to get an air cleaner on there too. But after all that happens, this thing will be ready to go. So I reckon that's all I'm going to be able to do on this in this video, since it's stretching out pretty long. We did confirm that the fuel pump is pumping fuel, and the truck runs with the Edelbrock, thankfully. It's the best it's run in a long time, even though it backfires and all, does all that crap. But we can fix that pretty easily. But what's not going to be easily fixed is this fuel tank issue. Something is going on in that switch or something. But the next video will probably be about the wheel horse. I hope you guys are looking forward to it, and I hope you enjoyed that previous video. I hope you also enjoyed this video if you found it interesting. If you did, you know what to do. If you're stopping by for the first time and you wish to see another video of this truck or the wheel horse, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.